Today's story is about a young girl's first trip alone, a missed stop, and a man who seemed dangerous, but wasn't what he appeared to be. This is a story of fear, trust, and how kindness can come from unexpected places. Sarah did not sleep that night. She was too excited. Early in the morning, her father called her. "Come on, Sarah. Time to wake up. We have a long walk to the station." Sarah got dressed quickly. She was ready soon. She didn't eat breakfast. She was too nervous. She was going to visit her aunt in Naira, and she was going alone by train for the first time. Sarah and her father left the village and started walking to the station. It was far. They arrived at the station at midday. Soon the train came. It was almost empty. Sarah got on. She felt scared. It was her first time traveling far from home. "Your aunt will meet you at Naira," her father said. "Be careful, Sarah. Don't talk to strangers." The train left suddenly. It moved fast. Sarah looked at her father. He looked smaller and smaller until she couldn't see him anymore. The train ride was long. Sarah looked out the window. She saw fields, trees, small villages, and animals go by quickly. After some time, she started feeling sleepy. She was very tired. Slowly, she fell asleep. Later, Sarah woke up. It was dark outside. She felt small and alone. She was far from her village and from her father. Now, there was a man in the train with her. He had a big, strong body and an unfriendly face. His hair was short. He looked scary and dangerous. The man smiled at Sarah. "Hello," he said. "You're awake now. Where are you going?" Sarah remembered what her father told her. She didn't answer. "Are you going to Polona?" the man asked. Sarah was surprised. "No, I'm going to Naira," she said. "Naira?" said the man. "But we passed Naira 2 hours ago. You were sleeping." Sarah felt like crying. She didn't move. It was warm in the train, but she felt cold. "We passed Naira?" she asked. "Yes," the man said. Sarah thought about how to go back to Naira. Did she have enough money? She had none. She also thought about her aunt waiting at Naira station. "Don't worry," the man said. "I'll help you." "What's your name?" "Sarah," she said. "My name is Sam," the man said. "You can trust me, Sarah." Sarah looked at Sam again. He was very ugly. He had a long scar on his face and looked dangerous. But he sounded kind. Was he good or bad? Sarah didn't know. The train started to slow down. Sam stood up and looked out the window. Sarah saw a newspaper on his seat. There was a photo on the back page. It was Sam's face. Above it were the words, "This man is a dangerous fighter." Now Sarah knew. Sam was a bad man and very dangerous. He was a criminal. Sarah had to be careful. She needed to get away from him fast. Sam left the window. "We're arriving at Polona now," he said. "Stay with me. I'll help you." The train stopped. Sarah jumped up and ran to the door. She wanted to escape, but the door was heavy. She couldn't open it. Sam stood behind her. "I'll open it," he said. Sarah wanted to run, but she was afraid of Sam. She was tired and didn't know Polona. It was a big city. She didn't know anyone there. Sam called a taxi. "Get in, Sarah," he said. Sarah got in. "The Boxer Hotel," Sam told the driver. The taxi went far. The streets were big and full of people, cars, and shops. Then the taxi turned into a small, dark street and stopped. Sam got out and paid the driver. Sarah looked around. "Come on, Sarah," said Sam. Sarah could not run. She felt weak. Sam was big and strong. She followed him into the hotel. There was a cafe inside. It didn't look clean. 2 men were drinking and playing cards. When they saw Sam, one said, "Hello, Sam. Come have a drink. Who's the pretty girl?" Sam took off his coat and sat down. "Hello, Tino." "Hello, Bubs," he said. "This is Sarah. She's lost." The men looked at Sarah and laughed. "Lost, is she?" said Tino. "Poor Sarah. You're a lucky man, Sam. Have a drink." Sam gave Sarah a chair. She sat down. She looked at the men. Tino had a mustache. Bubs had no front teeth. They looked tough. The men were drinking. Tino gave Sarah a glass. "Come on, Sarah," he said. "Drink some wine." Sarah pushed the glass away. She thought, "I shouldn't eat or drink anything. These men might give me something bad to make me sleep." Sam called the waiter. "Bring some dinner," he said. "Bring some hot, tasty food." The waiter came with the food. Bubs gave Sarah a plate of food. It looked good and smelled nice. Sarah forgot her worry and started eating. She ate fast and finished everything. When she put her spoon down, the men were watching her. They laughed. Sarah felt scared again. "Come on, Sarah," said Sam. "You're tired. You need to sleep." He held her arm. "Lock her door, Sam," said Tino. "There are bad people in Polona. Keep her safe." Bubs laughed. "Good night, Sarah," he said. Sam took Sarah upstairs to a bedroom. Her heart was beating fast. "Good night, Sarah," Sam said. He smiled at her. "Don't worry. You're safe here." Sarah didn't say anything. Sam seemed nice, but she remembered the newspaper. It said Sam was dangerous. His friends looked dangerous too. She had to escape. Sam left the room and closed the door. He locked it and went downstairs. Sarah sat on the bed and cried. Downstairs, the men were drinking and playing cards. Sarah could hear their voices. They were laughing. After a long time, she fell asleep. Sarah woke up late. The sun was shining. She looked out the window. The waiter was sitting in the street. He was smoking and reading a newspaper. Sarah looked around the room. It was dirty. There was some old paper on the floor. In the corner, there was a small table with a few things on it. Sarah had an idea. She saw a pen on the table. She picked up a piece of paper from the floor. She wrote a message. She threw the note out the window. The waiter picked it up. He read it. He looked up at her and smiled, then went into the hotel. Sarah heard voices outside the room. Someone unlocked the door. The waiter came in. Someone was behind him on the stairs. "It's a policeman," Sarah thought. He brought a policeman. She ran forward, but it was Sam. He was holding her note. "Good afternoon, Sarah," said Sam. "You slept late. You must be hungry. Come eat something. We're leaving soon." The waiter smiled at Sam. Sarah understood now. The waiter didn't want to help her. He was friends with Sam. Sarah went downstairs with Sam. They gave her food, but she wasn't hungry. She didn't eat or drink anything. Sam went outside. Sarah heard him talking to someone. She wondered what they were planning. Sam came back inside. "Come on, Sarah. We have to go now," he said. A taxi was waiting outside. Sarah and Sam got in. "Where are we going?" Sarah asked. Sam looked at her. "I'll take you to your aunt later," he said. "But first, I have an important job." Sam smiled. The smile made his face look strange. He looked very ugly. Soon the taxi stopped. Sam and Sarah got out. They were outside a big building. There was a sign outside. Now Sarah understood. Sam was a boxer. Dangerous fighter meant he was a strong boxer, not a bad man. Sarah followed Sam into the building. It was a large hall. There were seats all around. In the middle was a boxing ring. Tino and Bubs were already there. "Stay here, Sarah," said Sam. "Tino and Bubs will stay with you. I must go now." Tino and Bubs shook Sam's hand. "Good luck, Sam," said Bubs. You'll win for sure, said Tino. Sarah smiled at Sam for the first time. Good luck, Sam, she said. Tino and Bubs took Sarah to a seat next to the boxing ring. Tino sat on one side of her and Bubs on the other. Sarah sat quietly and waited. The two men talked with excitement. Sam's going to win, said Tino. Of course he'll win, said Bubs. He's the best fighter in the country. Sarah listened carefully. Sam was famous. Everyone wants him to win, said Tino. Everyone likes him. That's right, said Bubs. Sam's a great boxer, and he's also a good man. I know a story about Sam, said Tino. One night, he was sleeping in bed. He heard people shouting outside. A house was on fire. He ran out. There was a child inside the burning house. He went in and saved the child. But he got badly hurt. His face was burned, and he got that scar. Poor Sam, said Bubs. That's why he looks ugly. They both laughed. Sarah listened without saying anything. Now she understood everything. She felt safe with Sam. She also felt sorry for him. Will the fight start soon? She asked Tino. Yes, very soon, he said. Now the hall was full of people. Boys walked around selling cigarettes and candy. Everyone was laughing and talking. The referee stood in the ring waiting. The crowd was excited. Sam! Sam! We want Sam! They shouted. Sam walked into the ring. He wore short boxing pants and big gloves. He raised his hands in the air. The crowd clapped and cheered. Sam! 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 The other fighter came into the ring. He looked big and strong. That's Danny, said Tino. He's also a very good boxer. Sarah felt nervous. Don't worry, Sarah, said Bubs. Sam is the best in the country. The referee called both fighters to the middle of the ring. He spoke to them quietly. Then Sam and Danny shook hands. They walked back to their corners and waited. The bell rang and the fight began. Danny was younger than Sam, but he was very good. He moved fast. He tried to hit Sam, but Sam moved out of the way. Sam's arms were long and he was quick. He hit Danny many times. Sarah felt excited. She held her seat tightly. The fight was long. Sam kept moving fast and hit Danny a lot, but Danny didn't fall. Sam was getting tired. He moved more slowly now. Sarah started to worry. The crowd shouted, Sam, Sam. Sarah shouted too, Sam, come on, Sam, be careful. Tino and Bubs also shouted. Danny hit Sam hard in the face. Blood came from Sam's nose. One of his eyes was almost closed. But Sam didn't stop. He ran forward and hit Danny with all his power. Danny fell and didn't move. The referee started to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Danny still didn't move. 5, 6, 7. Danny tried to get up but couldn't. 8, 9, 10. Danny stayed on the ground. The fight was over. Sam had won. Sarah laughed and clapped. Well done, Sam. Well done. No one heard her. Everyone was shouting, Sam! We want Sam! Tino and Bubs took Sarah to the dressing room. Sam was resting. Hello, Sam, said Sarah. You were amazing. Sam was surprised. Hello, Sarah, he said. You seem different now. You didn't talk to me before. I'm sorry, Sam, said Sarah. I was scared. I know, said Sam. I'm big and not good-looking, and you were afraid. But I'm not a bad person. I'm sorry, Sam, Sarah said again. I was wrong. I'm not scared now. Sam smiled. Come on, Sarah, he said. Let's go to Naira. Your aunt is waiting. Sarah said goodbye to Tino and Bubs. She got into a taxi with Sam. It was a long ride to Naira. Sarah asked Sam many questions. They talked the whole way. They reached Naira at night. It was dark. Sam knew the town well. He found Sarah's aunt's house quickly. He knocked on the door. Sarah's aunt opened it. She was crying. "Oh, Sarah, thank God you're here," she said. Then she saw Sam. He looked terrible. His face had cuts and bruises from the fight. "Sarah," she said, "who is this man?" "Auntie," said Sarah, "please don't be upset. This is Sam. I fell asleep on the train and missed Naira station. Sam helped me. He took me to a hotel and brought me here in a taxi." Sarah's aunt looked at Sam again. "Wait a minute," she said. She ran inside and came back with a newspaper. Sam's photo was on the back page. "Are you Sam the boxer?" she asked. "Yes, I am," said Sam. Sarah's aunt looked happy. Sam was famous. He was a great man. Everyone knew his name. "Come in, Sam," she said. "Please sit down. Would you like some tea?" Sarah sat with her aunt and Sam. She didn't say much. She felt very happy. Her aunt asked Sam many questions. She laughed often. She liked him. It was getting late. "I must go now, Sarah," said Sam. "Can I visit you again?" "Yes, Sam," said Sarah. She gave him a big smile. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, and share. Tell us, where are you listening from? We love hearing your thoughts and stories too. And don't forget to subscribe for more emotional and inspiring stories every week. Thank you for being here.